What's going on, guys? Mr. Chad here, back again with Banner Saga. So, last time we talked about the heroes and the training and all that stuff. We won't do training because that's just sort of, it's not necessary. If we feel like we have to do it, I'll probably do it off camera. Mainly because it's just for trying stuff out. So, we'll do this later. Anyways, we don't have to rest since everyone's good. We know we're traveling to. We're going to Grofheim, so let's go to Grofheim. Let's take off here. And just look at this freaking scenery.
Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Okay. So now we are stopping in the next town here. You can see just how many Varls are actually in that caravan. And the more people you have, the more there will be. So it's kind of cool. By Hadraborg. That's a lot of Varl for some missing cattle. What? A couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Wouldn't know. My boys seen men up. That is an awkward sentence. My boys seen men up in the hills carrying them away. Don't know how many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Skulfings out here, maybe. Could they have Varl working for them? Not from what the governor told me. Hold that axe, man. Hold it. Just like that. That's how I like it. It must be really uncomfortable holding it like that all the time. Or maybe it's just so long that it's actually touching the ground. But whenever you see this guy in battle, he doesn't really... He holds it with one hand, so I don't know. Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around and get camp set up. The peasant spits. Pah! His eyes anxiously darting about as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There's silver for food, for any food you've got. For hundreds of Varl, are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You're thinking of squatting. You're thinking of squatting? Not enough room for them couple hundred up here. Forget 100 up. Shut up. Here. Hear that? Oh my god. I'm doing so poorly with these sentences. Why? Shut up. Hear that. Where's Luden? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and something else. Håkon takes off at a run. Yay! So we get into a battle, finally, at the very beginning of this. I know that the last episode was just all dialogue. It's just insane. Okay, so... Alright, this is basically showing us that you can set up movement patterns. So, if I wanted to move up and then over, I can do that. So let's do that. That's mainly to avoid traps and to, like, you can set up traps for enemies. And, yeah, stuff like that, so... And this is actually one of the only characters who can attack diagonally, at least a melee character that can attack diagonally. So this is Luden. You can tell this guy's a 15-16, and I'm only an 8-10. So I'm basically going to get fucked over. Do you see this guy is kind of like a robot dude or something? I don't know if they're robots or not, but they seem like they are. Okay, so I only have a 50% chance to hit. Okay. Deflect because I suck. Yeah. And boom, I'm done. Just broke his spear in half, holy shit. And you may actually notice who this is. Yeah. So, okay, so let's begin our first battle with the Dredge. Now the Dredge are quite interesting. So you see how they have this ability called Splinter. This is what I was talking about before. Yeah, adjacent Dredge also take damage when hit for 3 armor damage or more. I know it says arm damage, but you're not, like, hitting his arm. Well, maybe you are. I don't know. But anyways, so after you hit his armor a few times for 3 or more, then everything around him will take damage. So it is ideal to get these guys clustered up and then smash their armor. Yeah, so you can also see the Scourge Tremble, Tremble, which... calls another person to the battlefield, and you'll see their weapons start clicking. It's kind of weird, so you'll see it. Anyways, let's engage this guy. Let's wander up to him, and we don't get to choose where we were, but okay. So we're just gonna break. Let's see. How much damage is it? Okay, so he's gonna do 4 armor damage. That's great. Okay, no big deal. I really wish I was able to set up my guys, but oh well. So let's move the shield banger up, and let's end that turn. He's gonna get attacked. I should have done bring the pain, but I need a target to actually do it. So there's no way for me to actually do anything like that. Okay, so let's knock this guy around a bit. So let's do this. Get 1. Boom! Oh man, 8 freaking damage. Oh yeah, okay, so here it is. So you see his weapon starts like vibrating violently. This is where you want to like kill them as fast as possible. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to actually do this in time. Maybe. Actually, Gunolf has another move, so we can get him before then. You can see that down here, that actually means he's going to have an ability that's going to be summoned, on the next turn. So we need to make sure that this guy does not get away with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to move... let's see. Okay, so you can move around him. So we're just going to move up here to sort of clog the lane so they don't attack Gunolf, because Gunolf is awesome. We're just going to use Sunder. And Gunolf is going to be fine. He's going to be able to take him out, so we're totally fine there. Let's once again clog up the lanes here and do a Bring the Pain. And poke him. You can see what that does. So now it should do 2 damage to his armor. Yep, so it does 2 damage to his armor. Great. And let's kill this guy outright. You do not want them to summon things. It is a terrible, terrible idea. And as you noticed, actually when I hit that guy, it actually made it so this guy took damage as well. So that's the benefit that these damage dealer dudes get. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so there's no other guys around, so we're just going to smack this guy down. Actually, I guess he doesn't hold it with one hand. I thought he did, but I guess it's a pretty long axe. Okay, we're in pillage mode. Let's smack this fool down and just use willpower because we can. I like how he pokes with a mace. It's fantastic. Oh yeah, that's right. Since we get so many moves, we can just move him up and yeah. Okay, so let's kill this guy. Get this over. And once these packs of dredge get much bigger, you'll start finding that breaking their armor is pretty much the best thing you can do, but you can't break it enough to sort of make it go down much, much lower than maybe 1 or 2 hits, because if you do, they're going to be doing outrageous damage to you, and you just have to mitigate that. So obviously Gunolf is sort of the master of damage, which thank God I leveled up his strength because he would have summoned another ally. So you want to make sure that whatever stats that you're choosing are related to what they do. So if he's a tank, you want to make sure that your armor is super high. You don't need that much strength because all they're doing is just taking hits. Typical tank stuff. Anyway, you're trying to get yourself killed, Luden, which he actually did get pretty much screwed right in the beginning. What are you doing? I was trying to find trying to get a shot in between the plates. Yeah, what? Dude, they're like robots. I don't... Whatever. Have you never even seen a dredge before, boy? What kind of idiot breaks... What kind of idiot... Wait. These sentences are just totally throwing me off. I don't know why. It's just like tripping me up. What kind of idiot... break their armor first? What kind of idiot break their armor first? I know what he's saying, but for some reason, it just like trips me up every freaking time. Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Håkon lies. Håkon goes to where Vognir lies face down. The future Vol King lies motionless aside from the spreading pool of blood. So that was Håkon actually on the ground, that Varl guy that I mentioned. Vognir's dead. And there goes the king, or the potential king of the Varls. Fantastic. Okay, and we're back. Now we have switched perspectives, obviously. So now we are taking control of Rook and Alette on the opposite side of the world here, or the opposite side of this continent. Okay, so now, which we have been able to do before, but it never really actually told us we could do it until now. You can actually switch your guys, you know, we obviously know that. But, yeah, so it kind of, you know, you want to put your tanks up front, damage dealers in back, etc. It's very, very basic stuff for getting ready, or what you think is the correct motion. Okay, so we're ready. Careful, don't get too close. So this guy also has the exact same stuff. So no matter what size of dredge, I mean, I know this is a bigger dredge, but no matter what size of dredge, they can actually pretty much all summon. I think they can all summon. I think I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure they can all summon other dredge. So yeah, so here's yeah, a new mechanic, which I'll get to in just a second here. But all right, so these guys are both archers. So they have interesting abilities. So for instance, he has Mark Prey, which is one of the best abilities in the whole game. This basically makes it so everyone in the entire party around him attacks. So if they're able to attack at a target, like, you can get an insane amount of damage. So if, for instance, you had, I don't know, 5 guys around this, and then you used Rook's ability to mark him, then every single person would attack all at once, doing just ridiculous damage. So anyways, so this guy also has light step, so he can actually move through allies if he wants to. But right now, we are just gonna, let's see if we can get close. I mean, he's gonna take damage. That's just sort of the nature of this. Let's not do that. Can I get... Oh, okay, so also you may have noticed that this guy's square is actually pulsating. That basically means that that's the attack range that I'm able to attack him in. So, okay, so yeah. You can see that... Oh, thank you very much. His archery skill has just, you know, much more coverage, and you can hide these guys in the back pretty easily, especially when you clog up the lanes with the tanks. It's actually pretty awesome to have these guys, you know, in the back just raining down fire. So I don't want him to do too much damage, so let's just knock his health down, because his strength, or his armor class isn't too high. I mean, it is high, but it's not that high, so... Okay, he's gonna knock out my stuff here. So she has puncture, so bonus damage to targets who have lost armor if an archer has not moved. So, yeah, so the less armor that they have, the better damage that they will do. Yeah, hit all units between the archer and the target. So this is thread the needle, so you can hit everything on a line if you want. Yeah, it looks like it does +1 armor damage, so I don't think she does that much damage. Yeah, she doesn't do that much damage. She's sort of like a novice, so we're just gonna use this and see what happens. Okay, so did +1/+1 to both of those, and he's losing his armor like crazy. So, we're just gonna knock his armor down a bit. And he'll take a little bit of damage. Oh, he's still knocking his armor, okay. So you can see that she actually has a plus, like a green 2 right there. So if I do that again. So it has a green +2 to it. Or not even a +2, just a green 2. That basically means that she is gaining a bonus damage for every single armor thing that they have lost. So obviously they lost more than 2, but I think it's only like a maximum of maybe +1 or something like that. So we're just going to take him down a little bit. Okay, so he still can't hurt him. Well, now he can, but it's too late. He's dead. Oh. So that little horn at the top there, whenever you kill an enemy, you can actually... you get back a willpower, and you can give it to whoever you want with that little horn at the top. By the way, like, holy crap. This is just so gorgeous. It is unbelievable how gorgeous this game is. Like, I know I keep saying that over and over again, but holy crap, it is so well done. It sort of reminds me of this, like that Penny Arcade style that Gabe does. It's so good and very earthy and just has a lot of details in the background, or maybe like Samurai Jack with the very straight lines without any defining black lines around them, sort of for the backgrounds. And that is just so impressive to me. It's great. See, Alette looks calm, but you can tell her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. Not bang out of her chest, that'd be weird. Bit weird. It was. Let me see. Are you hurt? And actually, that's not his voice. It's like more like this here. We have to find stuff and stuff. That wasn't funny. I'm sorry. No, I'll be fine. When the dredge attacked your cart and the yaks bolted, it spilled most of your supplies. You can see more dark figures moving through the trees when you glance that direction. All that food. That's the last we're gonna get before the winter. What do we do? Don't run. Let me think. Okay, so here's a very important decision. So we can forget the supplies and get back to Saga. That's one option, so just leave everything. We can gather up before the dredge appear and risk getting attacked again, which at this point it'd be fine. But if one of them fell in battle, they will be a lot weaker for the next battle, so maybe it's not a good idea to do this. I mean, I don't know if this will actually trigger that or not, but it could potentially, you don't know. And then you could ask her, do you think we can handle more of them? And personally, I think we could handle more of them, so I'm just going to say if we hurry, we can do it. I can see them in the trees. Are you sure about this? No. Well, okay. But we have to be quick. Okay. Well, at least he's honest. Alette calms the ox while you frantically toss supplies back into the cart. More dredge emerge, but you managed to get the cart moving. Okay, sweet. So we got the cart moving, and they didn't follow us. So we got plus 15 supplies. That will come in very great handiness. I know English good. Okay, so supplies will diminish for every single day that you rest or travel. All towns actually sell these resources for you. Just goddamn, look at this. It's gorgeous. Makes my heart happy. And when you actually camp out, sometimes when they stop, you can actually look around the environments, which is pretty cool. Just gonna make a stop in Saga. Oh man. It's beautiful.
I never expected to see the dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
And here's our very small village of Saga. You can actually see dredge in the trees right here, which I didn't notice at first, but you can actually see them surrounding the village right now. And that changes depending on like the situation of what the story is calling for. So if they say that dredge are around, you'll see them in the background somewhere. It's really cool. Ivor. An enormous Varl in question towers over the men in the training field. He squints as you approach. And this guy's badass. Ivor's one of the best characters. Already back, Huntsmaster? Thought you'd be tomorrow. Dredge everywhere. Dredge, how do they get through the Greyhorn? Must have broken through the fort. The fighters nearby have stopped sparring. They gather around you. Oh, you can hear screaming in the background. So it does change even inside these dialogue options here. If you listen closely, you can kind of understand what was going on. Before, you heard people like sparring with sticks. You hear that little clicking noise. And then they stop. Once it said that they stop. It's kind of cool. It's sort of like an interactive book, I guess, if you want to call it that. I don't know. Damn it, they'll be soon here if they're not already. You hear screams from the outskirts. People are running towards the Great Hall. Ivor turns to one of the older boys in his group of fighters. Eggle, Egile, Eggle. I'm going to call it Eggles. Just like Eggers from Sea Lab 2021, if anyone knows what that is. Eggles, take Alette to the Great Hall. Tell the chieftain what's happening. The rest of you gather up as many people as you can. Come on, Alette. No, wait. I want to help. So, this is where I'm sort of blind. Where I don't know if this actually has any effect or anything on the game at the end. So, now it begins the blind session. So, I'm going to try and... no, wait. I want to help. Actually, I could use more fighters, technically. So, let's let them fight. Okay. I'm not... Are they kids, really? They look pretty old to me. I won't let anything happen to her. Got to deal with the sewer layer, Ivor. What now? Fuh. Eggle, keep your shield up. We just hold them until everyone's inside, then we figure out what to do next. More shouts draw your attention to some houses atop a nearby hill. Here. Go heels. Okay. So, let's, let's look around a bit. You can see the shadowed... God, there's just, like, if you see how many layers there is to this, it's just unbelievable. And I know I keep saying that, and I'm gonna stop saying it eventually, but until then, I'm just gonna say it. And you guys, look, dude, there's dredges around. You're still fishing. Don't think you should be doing that. Anyway, let's continue. Sure enough, dredge are gathering a number. Fear threatens to bubble over into panic. How long do we need to keep this up, you ask? Ivor shakes his head knowingly. That's a bad sign. So you can tell that Rook's side of the story is a lot more action-heavy, rather than this sort of diplomatic, which is kind of funny, considering that the Varl are very warlike, and they don't really like politics at all. They just like fighting. So, yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing. So I'm going to put Alette before Rook, because Alette actually has that sort of bonus armor damage, plus the thread the needle move, which is pretty cool. And Rook has that mark target, so the more characters that are actually around enemies by the time I use mark target is better, I think. Maybe. We'll find out. It also does, I think an armor damage or something like that. So it also does do something else other than forcing everybody to attack. Okay, so we have our tanks here. Yeah, we kind of want these guys to all be sort of on the same side. It's usually best to have them on the same area. I can't see what their move radius is, but yeah, let's move shield bangerang right there. Okay, that's better. Okay, so we just want to protect our damage dealers in the back. I mean, they don't do that much damage, but they have a lot of utility, which is nice. The only real problem to thread the line right here, or thread the needle, is that you need a clear line of sight, which kind of sucks. Especially if you're having a tank right in front of you. It's going to hit them too, so make sure you're not doing that. Okay, so let's, okay. Oh yeah, so you got this big old guy with a 1611, so they have a lot of freaking armor, and these guys kind of suck. So we're gonna do, so here's that ability that I was talking about. You can knock a person up to 4 tiles away, plus 1 armor damage, and 1 armor, or plus 1 for every unit that they get hit through. So this is really cool to knock these guys into everybody. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, so this is pretty much as far as I've gotten, and then anything after this is basically all blind, so, yeah. Alright, so let's move up. And we shall knock this guy for about 5. Oh. And we are going to... let's knock this guy for a bit more, too. I won't use my willpower just yet. Okay, so she hits for 1 right there, I guess. Let's do like 1 here. Okay. Well, hopefully this doesn't deflect. Oh, good. Okay. So Alette has pretty weak attack, but it's still pretty substantial. Okay, so let me see if I can use this. Okay, so let's do Mark. So when I do Mark Prey, you'll see Alette take a shot, you'll see him take a hit, and then him take a shot. So it's pretty cool to see all the people attack all at once, so you can kind of negate that strat. Okay, so I don't want this guy to get too close to my dude, so I'm gonna move him over here, and I'm going to just knock him out. Good. Okay, so now he's gonna hit my guy. Oh, he knocked me back a bit. And let's... actually, let's knock his armor a bit. He's only going to do 1 damage to one of my guys. Oh, I guess he did 2 there. Okay, and she gained another hit point because we knocked him a bit. So we're gonna fire. And he can't do anything over there. Good. Let's move him back here and then hit him for 5. Okay, good. And he got promoted. Sweet. Okay, so we hit him for 2 damage, and I hit him back for that much. So we can choose to clog up the lane here. Or we can do this. And move him over here and use Battering Ram. Boom! So that actually hit him farther away, and yeah, now this guy took 1 armor damage as well, which is not a whole lot, but you know, whatever. It's kind of cool the same. And this guy needs to be broken a bit. And our guys will die. Sometimes it's just inevitable. I don't have like the perfect strategy to do all this stuff, but oh my god, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's move this guy over here. We're gonna actually hit him. I don't want him to get that close. Okay, let's just knock his stuff down a bit. Okay, he'll only do 1 damage. I guess he does 2 with willpower up. Okay, let's move him up. And we want to do a big old hit. Oh! Alright, good. And he's probably going to get killed. Yep, he's done. And we'll do this. Knock this guy's armor down a bit, which will splinter to this guy and also hit his armor down. So that's sort of an awesome little thing that you can do. Let's see, should I should just take this guy out. And we'll go to pillage mode. Ooh, he just took a lot of damage. Okay. So let's walk up to him. Should use Mark Prey on this guy. So we'll do this. It didn't really do a whole lot, but you know, whatever. Actually, that did do quite a bit. So let's knock down strength a bit more. So pillage mode is freaking awesome, as you can tell. It's just like all your guys get this crazy amount of damage. So, oop. Okay, and he's done. Sweet, you won. Hooray! I hate those bastards with the shields. If they weren't dead. Alright, good job, Rook. Okay, and this, yeah, this is supposed to show you, is this the difficulty that you want to pick or not, kind of thing. Has no effect on the story, as it says, but if you die in battle, I think it actually... I know that you don't die permanently, so that's fine, but I know that there's a few other ramifications to it. A black horde is forming on the tree line. Enough of this, says Ivor, glancing over his shoulder. We're going back. Then adds, Rook, I'm doing one more check of any of the houses around here. See if you can find anyone. Alright, let's keep watch. Alright. As you turn to a Colossus appears on the side of the house that silently looms over Alette. Its face an expressionless stony mass more terrifying than any roar they may have produced. Time seems to slow as it pulls back its enormous face. Oh shit. Okay, so is she gonna die? Oh crap. Okay, I'm an archer. Can I shoot it? Oh crap, I don't want her to die. Shoot it! Oh god, please do something. As though second nature, you knock an arrow. Alette is standing directly between you and the dredge, making the shot perilous at best. If you're up by a few inches, oh frick! Shoot it! Just shoot it! Oh, it bounces off the dredge's face, inches away from what you think is his eye. It recoils and turns upon Alette again. Egil rushes to her side. Ivor throws himself between them, catching the mace on his shield. Oh, thank God. Okay. He returns the favor, crushing the dredge's head with his shield point. When the dust settles, you can see everyone is alright. Oh, thank freaking crap. My God. Can't have that serious of a decision inside of this thing. I don't want her to die immediately. Let's get out of here. As he checks the last few houses nearby. Rook, see if you can find any more survivors and meet me in the front hall. Okay. Alright, so we got some stuff, more stuff done today. We saw some more combat. We can start exploring around, and we'll talk to Ivor on the next episode. So, talk to you guys later. Yeah. See ya.